Happy Sunday, Stampers and Paper Crafters. This is Facebook Live number 449, and it is Sunday, November 23rd, 2025. My name is Joy Borwedge, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Burnsville, Minnesota, and I have been a demonstrator since August of 1999. It is not technical difficulties that my voice is going in and out. I have a sinus infection, so I sound funny, and I'm trying to talk really loud. So my throat doesn't hurt, and I've just been sneezing, coughing, and having sinus pressure. So I did a lot of sleeping this weekend and got some things done when I decided to wake up. So I'm going to put you down at the table in just a second. If you get motion sickness or anything like that, just look away, and I'll let you know when I'm done messing around with the camera. So hold on. Hey, Benjamin. Yeah. Now my kitty wants to get attention. All right, so let's move this. And Carolyn, hi. I see you. Oops, there we go. It's been a while since you've made it on a Sunday. Welcome. I've missed you. All right, so we're going to put the light on the subject, and we're squish in just a little bit. Yeah. Oh no, you sound just like me. What's going on with you? Man, that sucks. Yeah, I got a lot of sleep this weekend. Excuse me. I'm sucking on a cough drop, so I'm trying not to have a coughing fit tonight. So again, my name is Joy Borwedge. I have an Instagram page, it's Stampin' for Joy. My YouTube page is Joy A. Borwedge. My online store is stampinforjoy.stampinup.net. PenguinZ33@outlook.com is my email address, so that if you would like to be invited to my stamp camps or any type of specials that are going on with Stampin' Up, let me know and send me a message at my email. I also have a Facebook page, Stampin' for Joy. So what happens is I record we're live on my Joy Borwedge page, and then the projects that I take or that I produce tonight, I take pictures of, and then I put that on Instagram, and then I download the video and put it on my YouTube page, Joy Borwedge, and also my Stampin' for Joy Facebook page. Okay, so this is the annual catalog that we have going on right now. And then we have the holiday mini catalog that is available right now through the end of December. Hi, Tino, welcome. And then we also have, where did it go? There it is. I have things just everywhere. Then we have the new online exclusives from November, and hi, Jennifer, welcome. Just to let you guys know, I have a sinus infection, so I sound funny, and I'm sucking on a cough drop. Okay, I miss you a lot. Try to catch the replay, but I've been sleeping a lot, and I know I have missed often. That's okay, my friend. I know you'll catch up and we'll get caught on when it works for you. Okay, so we have the online exclusives that are something that Stampin' Up! Brings out new product every 2 months. And so then that way they can offer new product without having to put together product that goes into a catalog, and it takes 2 years literally to put together. So it offers Stampin' Up! A great way and a quick way to bring you new product. So as a demonstrator, we are able to purchase from the January pre-order and the January online, this is the January online exclusives. We also have the January spring catalog that's coming out. And we as demonstrators get a chance to pre-order from that. So I'm really not supposed to show you the pages of the front of this, but just know that it's out there. Now we have some few things that are coming up. Black Friday sale. This is from November 25th through December 1st. And selected products are going to be 40% off. So that's going to be Stampin' Blends, the paper trimmer and blades, and ink bundles. Then 25% off selected adhesives and 15% off selected cardstock. Now, you can visit the online store November 25th to see what's exactly on sale. So all you have to do is go into the drop-down menu, and there will be a selection there for you to, it'll say Black Friday sale, I'm sure. And then you get to check out what's on sale. There might be more, and I'll tell you exactly which things are on sale. But check that out. Now, today is the 23rd, so that would be Tuesday. Then we have Cyber Monday coming up, which is December 1st through the 9th. Now, this is paper pumpkin, and I love my paper pumpkins. So let me show you. So what we had for paper, I had to go get it. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I should have been, duh, right? So this is a box, and this came in the kit. Now this shiny side means that you could put actual food inside, so it is food safe. And you got to make the tags, and then you get to stamp on the tags on the back as well. So this is the other tag. So you got two different kinds of tags. And again, on the back side. Then, now because I don't want to send, I always send one of the products to a winner. Okay, so I choose a winner. And so I decided to make a card and using the tag products. Now, this is actually part of the box. I cut a box up and I used that in the card. And I also used it on the inside of the card as well. So thank you for that heart. I see that. And so whoever goes back in and watches the Facebook Live. This is Facebook Live number 448. And so it shows you how to put together these kits. Now, I did not know what we were having. I knew from previous pictures that it's going to be a box. And you could put a gift card in here, like perfectly. You could put cash in there. You can also put candy in there. But anyways, I decided right then and there that I was going to make a card because I wasn't going to send one of these in the mail, especially at holiday time, to get it to the person who won from viewing my Facebook Lives. So in order to pick a winner, what I do is I ask you to do a thumbs up or a heart. And when you do that, you get entered into the drawing to win that prize. And then leave a comment, and whatever comment. It could be, that's very cute, or hey, this is my first time here. And it could be a comment after the video. Now, I take as long as I can to get as many names in that drawing. So I don't do it tonight. I always do it close to the 30 days before before Facebook Live are deleted. So anyways, this was the last one. Now, a lot of the times, Paper Pumpkin is actually cards, and I love the cards. So, but they're also non-card paper pumpkins. So, Cyber Monday, what you could do a prepaid subscription for 3 months. It's normally $81. It's going to be on sale for $61. A 6-month prepaid subscription is normally $162. It's going to be dropped down to $122. Then a 12-month prepaid subscription is $324. It's going to be dropping down to $244. Now, also, when you buy the prepaid subscriptions, you also earn rewards on that. So, like, if you paid $244, $244, right? Okay, say you did the 12 month. You would get $24.40 as a reward to use on your next Hi, Mary, welcome. I have a sinus infection, so that's why I sound funny. So it's a great deal. It's also something fun that you and your girlfriends can get together and, you know, either grab a bottle of wine, grab a bottle of Diet Coke or whatever it is your beverage of choice is, and hang out with the girls and put together the kits and have some fun. Or you as a grandma can put it together with your kids, your grandkids, or your big adult kids. So it's a lot of fun to play with. All right, so it's getting close to the holiday season, as you can tell by a lot of us demonstrators are doing the Thanksgiving and the fall and the Christmas. We kind of do things ahead of time so that it's like, hey, you got to get your Christmas cards starting. Knock, knock. So, but this is a crafting advent calendar. It's called the 12 Days of Crafting. Now, it has nothing. The inside windows here, there's 12 doors. And inside those doors are products that are for a crafter. And so there's a stamp set. It's a 2-page stamp set, so it's kind of big. And it's every day, all occasions, okay? So everything in here coordinates with the everyday, all occasions. Now, you can kind of take a look here and see those cute little rainbows. There happens to be a flower and some leaves and some words and some dies, maybe die cuts. So in those doors happen to be designer series paper, die cuts, embellishments. I'm not telling you anymore, but it's while supplies lasts. That craft or that calendar number is 167335. So if you know a paper crafter out there, this would be a great thing to get them for Christmas. And it's $99. And again, you would use that $99 would also be a $9.90 reward to use on your next purchase. Okay, so one last thing. Well, no, I'm sorry, a couple of last things. Check out the Last Chance products. These are products that have been marked down and no longer being restocked. So check those out for some great deals. One last thing that's coming up. This is the product of the month, starting in December. Okay, there is something that's going to happen, and what it's called is the product of the month. It's only for $5. Okay, I'm going to read this to you. I'm not going to read it to you every time. Number one, you're going to log into your Stampin' Up! Account. You must have a Stampin' Up! Account up to participate. So if you place an order online, you have a Stampin' Up! Account. If you don't currently have one, you can take this time to create one and get the Stampin' Up! Site, for you. So number two, add products to your cart. You must spend at least $75 in order to purchase the product of the month. You can track your spending progress online. Now, $75 in one order, okay? So that means that is, okay, we're going to go to number three. Make sure your cart total is at least $75. If you use Stampin' Rewards, coupons, or discounts on your order, your cart amount might fall below $75. You will need to add items to your cart to make the qualifying amount again. So once you've reached the qualifying amount, you can add the product of the amount to your cart. Now I'm going to read this, okay? The product of the month is limited to 1 month's purchase per Stampin' Up! Account. Additionally, the product of the month items are only available while supplies last. So once they're sold out, they're gone for good. So if you purchase the January product of the month, you cannot purchase another January product of the month. However, you could purchase the previous December product of the month or a new February product of the month, provided those products are available for purchase and you meet the qualifying amount once for December and once again for February. If you do not meet the qualifying amount in January until later in the month and the January product of the month sells out in the first 2 weeks, you will not be able to purchase it. Number 5, enjoy your product of the month. Congratulations, you have a new crafting product. Keep an eye out for the next month's exclusive product of the month. So, that is something that is new. So celebration is going away, and celebration was a very short-lived fun time. Now Stampin' Up! Wants to elongate that. So they want to make it so that in May you purchase something, you can get something for only $5. Now that product that they have will only be available through the product of the month. It's not something that you're going to, again, see in online exclusives or a Stampin' Up! Catalog. So it's only available in that capacity. All right, I think we're done talking. Well, not really, but talking about stuff coming up. All right, so today's card, I wanted, because Thursday is Thanksgiving, I kind of wanted to use the Autumn Toile Designer Series paper. And I am not a big Toile person. For me, it's really ugly wallpaper. And I bought it for the backs. Okay, I have done a card with this. I'm going to be using this one tonight. I'm sorry, I cannot make myself use these two right here. I can't. Cajun Craze, Early Espresso, Gray Granite, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie, and Very Vanilla are the colors that coordinate with this. Now, the earth and tone texture is a specialty foil, and it is in the Holiday Mini Catalog. It's on page 40, and if you could see that, it's kind of like a chocolate color. It's not bronze, it's not copper, and it coordinates with these two colors really nicely. So then I decided that I wanted to use other things. So let me show you. I am inspired by this card right here. And this card was Facebook Live number 33. And so what I've done in the past is made a card, okay? And I keep that card for ideas. Well, Facebook has made it so that Facebook Lives die after 30 days. So what I've done is I've kind of gone back, and I may not make every single one, but I have been recreating Facebook Lives. So like this one here was Facebook Live number 32, and I took that and made it Facebook Live number 446 using current product, and kind of took it a little bit different and made a totally new card. So today's project is creating this. So this here is a really pretty poinsettia. Okay, I loved this particular poinsettia that came out. So now I'm using that kind of look with this designer series paper. And so I decided to bring in the stylish shapes. We're using the 2 banners that go right here. And then we're also using the wonderful thoughts. Now this is a stamp set that is photopolymer, okay? And it's in the annual catalog. It's on page 101. And one thing I like about this stamp set is that it has dies, and it cuts out each individual greeting. So like I actually did this myself. I labeled it number 1. So I went and put that right there. That is label number 1. So I wouldn't have to sit there and think of, okay, thinking of you. Which one of these would you think would be thinking of you? So I labeled that number 10. So that is what I did with this. Now, these dies are on a magnet sheet. That does not come with it, but I provide the magnet sheets. Now, when this bundle retires, I will leave the magnets in there. Now, as you could tell, I'm using number 9. So that happens to be hello. So I am kind of using a mishmash of stuff. Forgot to tell you that Stylish Shapes is in the annual catalog. It's on page 107 as well. And we are also using, we're going to be using this beautiful ribbon. Now, this is on page 37. It's balmy blue, and it is from the Lights of Aurora. And you're like, wow, that's Blue Joy. What are you thinking? Ha, I'm on too many drugs right now. There's not much I'm thinking. I'm on a decongestant, and I'm sucking on the halls, and I have Mucinex, and later on I'll be taking NyQuil so I can actually be a happy camper when I go to work tomorrow. Because I've not been sleeping very well because I have been having major coughing fits that keep me up. But so hopefully we will not have a coughing fit, because last Thursday I did. That was not very fun. Okay, so we are going to change this beautiful blue into something that will coordinate with my card. But we're going to do that right now so that by the time we get done with stuff, everything will be ready. So we're actually going to take the dark pecan pie blend, and we're going to lay this down. We're going to use the brush tip. And so we're just going to take this, and we're going to color this ribbon, and this will dry really quick because it is an alcohol marker. I do not wish to call this a marker, really, because we do have markers from Stampin' Up! That are actually, why? Yes. Carolyn said, ha ha ha, you are so funny. I bet you will color ribbon with blends. Yep, she knows me oh too well. Because I will make something fit. I like to do things that I think that's good. So now we're going to take this and turn this over. And I like to take things and use them in different ways than you normally would think. And so I'm just going to color this. Carolyn has been stamping with me for a really long time. I would not have met her if it wasn't for stamps, inks, and paper. And when she was a demonstrator, Carolyn and I would go to on stage, and it was like, so what will this trip bring today? I mean, every time we go somewhere, there was always a story that came about. And so we're going to let this dry. So now I'm actually going to cut this off the, well, no, I better not, just in case I need more. I think we're fine though, but can never be too sure. Plus I have cats, so I want to kind of wind that up. Let's take everything out and show you what we're going to play. Yeah, the memories. Nancy, hi. Nancy was a demonstrator, or Nancy was with us too on some of those trips. Welcome. Okay, so I have a sinus infection. That's why I sound funny. Okay, so this one here is the Toile paper. It is 1/2 by 5 1/4. And this piece is 1/2 inch wide by 5 1/4. This is that earthen metallic. It is 2.5 inches by 1 inches. This is 1/4 inch wide by 6. It's actually a piece of scrap, and I'm using it. I'm not going to throw it away. Then I have a piece of 1 that is also 5 1/2 long. And then a piece of scrap paper. It measures 2.5 by 1. That is very vanilla. This is the inside of our card, and it is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we have gray granite. And this was told to me by the Designer Series paper what colors work really well with it. So this is 8 1/2. Yes, we do. And then we have 5 1/2 wide, and I scored it at 4 1/4. Yep. Yeah, the people you meet through stamping, I mean, that's the reason why I'm doing it, is because I have met some of the coolest people. Some of them are in Iowa. Other demonstrators that I follow online happen to be in different states. I've met a couple of them. And you know what? I mean, it's just amazing, you know, the heart of a paper crafter. I'm going to take a drink while that's just hanging out there. All right. Okay, so the reason why I like to do this is so that way, if you're like, you know what, I really like that card Joy did for her Facebook Live, I want to copy it. You can certainly do that. Now, you may not have Toile paper. You might have something prettier. You might have flowers, or you might even have a different design. it works out. Same layout. I'm copying myself, really. Okay? So, but we're doing something a little different. Not copying it exactly that, but you know what? We're just taking it, using it as a starting point, and then expanding from there. All right, so now we have all these to take off. All right. Okay, so there we go. So the first thing we're going to do is, let's see here. What do I want to do? We're going to stamp. We're going to kind of just take this over here. And first of all, this is going to be the inside of our card. We're going to grab that Stampin' Pearson mat again. And that we're just going to line that up right there. This is going to go about like that. I'm not attaching it yet because if I make a boo-boo, I want it to be able to flip over and use the other side. This is going to early espresso. Hi, Karen. Welcome. Okay, so thinking of you. All right. Okay, so I got this kind of crooked, but I put this piece of paper here so that I'm using it as my helper to say I'm centering it between here and here. Because if I didn't have that paper and I centered it, it would be way too close for that. Okay. Okay, I'm done with my cough drop, so hopefully no issues. Okay, so then now that turned out really nice. So we can actually take this and we can add our adhesive. All right, actually I'm going to do it this way. I think it'll be a lot easier to attach. Okay, so then now we're going to take that and we're going to line up I want a little bit of my vanilla to show, and I think I'm going to go right there. Hi, Tina. Welcome. I still have my sinus infection, as you can tell. What I should do is go back into my videos and see what I sound like, so if I need to speak louder. Last Thursday, I kept coughing, and I was so having an issue. And I saw the light on in the living room, and I'm like, Mike, grab me a cough drop. He was in bed. He forgot to turn the light off, and I'm like, dang nabbit. So I had to go and stop. I'm like, luckily there wasn't a lot of people on, but I might scare people. All right, so this is going to go on the inside of our card. And there we go. Get that all nice and burnished. And then we're going to rip this. Oh, crap, I did a little too much. But that's okay. There we go. Something fun. You didn't expect that, did you? Okay, good. All right, so we're going to take this one, and we're going to flip it upside down, and we're going to put adhesive on this side and adhesive on that side. Yeah, I get them a lot, as Carolyn can tell you. Thank you very much. I just want to be better by the time I start cookies. because once I start doing that, that's going to take a lot of time. And it probably will just hang out with me with a long, for like a really long time. All right, so we just have a little tiny bit of our early espresso on that side. And then we're going to go over here. And I want these kind of in the downward facing motion. So we're going to have to go over here. So we're going to take some of that off and load that up just like that. Okay, so I think I'm going to take, if I have any extra adhesive in here, I'm going to take that off. All right, come on, little buddy. Let's stay straight. Okay, now we're going to, oh, I think I was not driving very straight and with my seal. Okay, so we're going to take that and snip that off. And then snip this one off. Come on, get off my finger. All right. Then we're going to put adhesive on everything else now. Okay. And we're going to line that up. And we're going to go just right there. Isn't that cool? I just love that. I don't like the fact that I took off a little bit too much there, but you know what? Oh well, right? Okay, so then now we're going to take our ribbon that we colored that was blue. See, I did it, and I changed it to a pretty pecan pie. And then, nope, I think we might have to, I don't know. Okay, so we're going to put a mini glue dot right there. We're going to grab my People Poker from my Take Your Pick tool. That's what this thing is called. It's not official from Stampin' Up, but it's my officialness. I call it the People Poker because I am the people it pokes. So therefore, People Poker. All right, so I'm going to stick that about right there. So now we're going to tie a bow, a knot, I should say. Oh, gosh darn it, I have to probably do a little bit more. Yep, I think so. A little bit. Get right there, right where I want you. There. Okay. Yep, we're going to have to get a little bit more on here. Darn it. I knew I was going to not probably go as long as I should have, but that's okay. We'll color some more. For anybody who just arrived, who doesn't know, that you can take your blends and you can color your ribbon to make it whatever color you want it to be. There, I think we're done with the coloring. Did we get both sides? All the way up? Okay, I think we're good. So I can cut that little puppy off right now. And let's see. I would have colored this with early espresso, but pecan pie was the majority of the color that was kind of running around in here. Okay, so once you color it with a blend, though, it gets a little stiffer. So it's not a bad stiff. Oh, maybe I didn't have to cut it. Oh, I probably didn't have to color it. Oh, well, right? There we go. And then we're going to snip that off. Just like that. It wasn't too much, right? And then we'll snip this one off. Right into the trash. And nobody will ever know that that was blue ribbon. How cool, huh? Okay. So then now we are going to stamp our greeting. And first of all, we're going to take, this is crumb cake. And we're just going to kind of do a little bit of coloring. Kind of muddying it up a little bit. Because if you look here, there's a lot of coloring on the toile with what I would think is crumb cake. So we're just kind of muddying it up a little bit. And, it's not necessarily, I don't want to use crumb cake ribbon, coloring. But I just kind of wanted to give it a different, I didn't want it stark vanilla, is what I'm trying to say. And darn it, I think that's not what I was supposed to do. No, yes, no, nope, I'm having a conversation with myself. And we need another piece, I forgot. All right. We actually needed another piece of very vanilla. So, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to use early espresso. And we're going to go right in the center. Nice chocolate color. All right, so then we're going to grab our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, okay? And so what we're going to do is we're going to cut this out, okay? And then I really like the fact that Stampin' Up! Has that, because have you ever tried to cut around a greeting that does not have dies? You're like, oh, did I go too high? Did I go too low? So it's kind of a pain in the booty to do that. All right, so we're going to put that like that, okay? So we're going to move this out of the way. And the mini glue dots can kind of go over. We're going to use that in just a moment. And we'll put our card right there, because I don't want to lose my stuff when I bring over the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I could probably use the little one for this, but this one's ready to go. So we're just going to use this one. Okay. Let's put this a little bit more in screen so that everybody could see it. All right. Are we good? So we're going to take these two dies that are from the Stylish Shapes. And thank you, I see that. And we're going to make it, oh, come on. My one moves as the other one is just, I probably could use a piece of washi tape, but I don't want the tape to get on the foil. Okay, good. So this piece is going to stay right here. Probably not, but we'll try it, right? You know what? I make things work, darn it. I'm a fixer. Okay. Then we're going to take that because it's pissing me off. And I did say that, didn't I? Live on video. Okay. Right. All right, we're going to stick that right smack dab in the middle. The only reason why I'm fussing around with this like this is because I want it to look good for whoever wins it. Because, you know, you're going to win it, and then you get it mailed to you, and it looks like a piece of crap. I don't do that. I want it to look good. Okay, so there we go. And then one more piece of Post-it note. Now, all these Post-it notes get reused until the little sticky part stops working. I don't have an Amazon account, so I would love to get that Post-it tape, but I don't do that. Okay, so the only thing I buy online is Stampin' Up. That's it. Okay, there we go. We got more Post-it tape or Post-it notes on there than we do paper. Let's see how that turned out. I mean, it cuts the words out beautifully. Hello. There we go. That can go in the trash. And I always put my little pieces on my emboss machine here, because then I can, you know, not have to go in and deal with it. All right, so this one gets thrown away. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do not do the die. And I always take my dies and I put them back on a magnetic sheet, kind of hanging over there. So that way, once I'm done with everything, then I put it away. I do not let my dies hang out and party. Okay, so this is what I really want, okay? But this I can reuse. So I will put this back in my earth and tone metallic holder. Okay, so that is what we want. Then we're going to put the magnet back, and we're just going to put this back in like that, so then I can carry it without dropping it off on the floor. And that will go into my cutting area. Okay, so I'm going to grab that silicone craft sheet again. If you don't have the silicone craft sheet, you guys need to get one. I mean, it saves, well, first of all, you need a Glass Mat Studio, because I never had one before, and I was like, why do I need one? What's all of it for? And holy crap, Batman, it is like cool. And now, where did it go? Oh, it's upside down. I can't see it. Duh. I am such a dork. Like I said, I'm on drugs, but not narcotic drugs. Okay, so we're going to put adhesive on here. And now when you work with foil, you want to use the least amount of adhesive, because if it gets on your foil, it's a pain in the booty to get off. Somebody said you can take the Stampin' Mist and wipe it off. I have not tried it, so I don't know for sure. I do not wish to test it out or have to be a reason to test it out. Okay, so we're going to put that right there. See what I did? Now I'm just going to cut. I didn't push it down all the way, so I'm just going to cut it right here. So it's just on the back side, because this is vanilla, I didn't want my hello to kind of sink in. I want it to stand out a little bit. And so that is, and I can keep this and put it in my vanilla storage. And once I put this in here, it's going to, stand up a little bit and hang out. All right, so I'm going to grab my mini glue dots, mini dimensionals, and my adhesive scissors. These are Stampin' Ups, long time ago, back in the day when we had to cut our own rubber stamps out. And Stampin' Up came out with the die cut. Well, I still cut mine because they had that halo, and that halo drives me crazy. Okay, so we're going to take that and we're going to put that, I'm going to put that a little bit closer towards the right for no particular reason other than we're going to put this under here. And so I want it to kind of, so it looks like it's a tag, kind of. All right, so we're going to put adhesive on the back side and put that here and put that on there. We're going to grab the Wink of Stella and we're going to just make sure it's not globby because this is a very fine line. And it can bleed. So we're just hitting it a little bit, kind of where the chunkier parts are. Because I looked at this and I'm like, where am I going to put the Wink of Stella? Because I always have to. And then on the inside. Okay, so now we're not done yet. We're close, but we're not done yet. We are going to take the adhesive backed metallic gems and we're going to color the copper ones with the nib tip, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see too much of a difference. It's more bright than this. Now I did one with the silver and that looks good too, but we don't really have a lot of copper things. So I kind of wanted to not necessarily use up my copper, but I want to save my silver and my gold for other things because I obviously have silver and gold stuff like foil. Okay, so now we're going to grab this one and we're going to put that, I'm going to put that right there because then when you open up the card you can see one as well. And then we're going to put this one kind of, it wanted to flip. We're going to put that one right there. And now we're going to put the little guy that we colored. Where should we put that? I like that one right there. Oops. There we go. So 1, 2, and 3. And we colored the copper with the pecan pie, the dark pecan pie. All right, so let's put that back in. And these metallic gems are in the annual catalog on page 125. Okay, so what do you think about the card? Isn't that cool? So here is the original card. and done something. I mean, like I said, I took this card. That was Facebook Live number 33, and we are at 449. I mean, like, wow. And so I took this idea and used that as my springboard, and this is what I came up with. So thinking of you. Okay, so take your time and do a thumbs up and do a heart. That will get your name entered to go into the drawing to get this card. Then, if you leave a comment, that gets your name entered into the drawing. Thank you, Carolyn. And then if you share this on your timeline, number one, it can help somebody that is on your timeline that maybe they haven't paper crafted in a really long time, and they don't know that, Stampin' Up! Has cool stuff. So when you share this on your timeline, then you get entered 2 times for helping me out and helping get my name out there and helping maybe your friend out. So thank you very much for hanging out with me on a Sunday evening. Now, I may or may not be here on Thursday. Thanksgiving dinner is going to be kind of late. Normally, our Thanksgiving dinner is like around noon, 1 o'clock. But our Thanksgiving celebration is going to be an actual dinner. So it's going to be at 4:30 or so. So I probably will not be doing a Facebook Live Thursday evening. So I might do something on Friday. We'll see. I'm going to be hopefully decorating the Christmas tree on Friday. So I don't know. We'll see if I see you guys on Thursday or Friday. You never know. It could be a morning Facebook Friday or Facebook Thursday. Well, that too. I could do an early, or we could do a late night Friday, like, 10 o'clock. Depends on how I feel. Okay, guys, thank you very much again for hanging out with me on a Sunday evening. I hope to see you. Have a happy Thanksgiving if I don't see you this week, guys. Take care. Have a great week. Happy stamping.